Hello everyone, it's Marie and welcome to another video. So, first of all, I apologise, I look a bit of a mess right now. I just finished work and I haven't had time to shower yet or anything because right now we're staying in a place called Dumbeck. Basically, it's in the middle of nowhere. As Kiwis would say, it's out in the wop-wops. And it really is, it's like in the middle of nowhere. The reason I haven't been able to shower is because we're staying in this old place where there's only one shower between like 12 of us. So normally when my job sends me away for work, we stay in pretty nice hotels. Whereas this time we're in literally the middle of nowhere because everything's booked out. There's a film going on, being filmed in Ranfurly, and there is a big festival going on in Alexander. And there's no hotels because we got this job very last minute. So we're staying in a very old-fashioned pub, which is awesome. It's actually, fun fact, the oldest two-story high stone pub in New Zealand. I'm staying in places where backpackers and travellers never go. All the places I've been with work basically has been out in the middle of nowhere, in the mountains and stuff, so I'm seeing all of New Zealand. But anyway, yeah, let's not make this intro too long. I'm here just to introduce this video because the previous introduction just turned out really bad. Welcome to this video. This is a Christchurch vlog. As you know, Christchurch has been my home for the last 3.5 months, and it's going to be my home for the next 3 months, maybe even longer if I get to get another extension with my job. It may be my home for the next year, who knows. I absolutely love living in Christchurch. It's a place I never thought I would move to. Sorry about that, my memory card just filled up and I had to change location quickly, so yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? I think I was saying that Christchurch isn't the most popular place for travellers. It definitely has some because there's some work there, but as a whole, travellers tend to go to Queenstown and Wanaka and places like that on the South Island, or they'll go to places on the North Island like Tauranga or Auckland or things like that. So yeah, Christchurch is awesome though. It's a nice big city. It's the third largest city in New Zealand, I think, maybe the second largest, and it's the largest here on the South Island, so it's really a place where there's lots going on, and not a ton, but it's pretty busy. There's a lot of people there and I like it, so it's one of the places I never thought I would end up at. I've heard about Christchurch in the past and I just didn't think I'd want to live there, but I found myself there when I moved down here with my friend Jay, and we just ended up sticking here because we got an awesome job here. Anyway, yeah, so I thought I would just film some of Christchurch and show you where I've been living for the last few months and just show you a bit of the city. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so I'm just going to cut in. Here are some cool facts about Christchurch. If you hadn't noticed, there's tons of construction work going on in the city centre right now, and that's because about 7 years ago there was a really big earthquake in Christchurch. It was really bad. It destroyed a lot of the buildings in the city. Christchurch had some really old buildings. It was one of the most historic places in New Zealand, along with Oamaru and Dunedin and cities like that. Christchurch also had a lot of architecture that was really old, and a lot of it just got flattened to the ground and destroyed during the earthquake. A lot of people died, a lot of people lost their homes. It was actually really bad, and that's another reason why there's lots of building work and labour work going on in Christchurch right now, because they need to rebuild the city. So that's one of the reasons as well why Christchurch isn't such a big hub as it used to be. I think in the past there was a nice big city centre and everything was central, whereas now, because a lot of the centre of the town got destroyed, things are kind of spread out a bit, but it's definitely getting rebuilt up, and there are still some nice pretty buildings in Christchurch, as you saw in this vlog, but as a whole a lot of it is being rebuilt. So yeah, I thought I would just kind of share that information with you. One thing that I love about New Zealand is all the fern trees. I remember when I first came here and I saw so many fern trees everywhere, especially in the North Island, but obviously we've got lots in the south too. And we just don't have anything like this in the UK. And there's so many different types of fern trees too. It's just something that I see as iconic in New Zealand, I guess. All these fern trees. So this fern tree here is called a silver fern. It looks green on the top, but when you turn it over, it's silver. Okay, so in this part of the vlog, I was just walking through the botanical gardens in Christchurch City Centre, and one thing I was thinking about when I was in this botanical gardens is that the South Island of New Zealand reminds me a lot of the UK. The North Island was very different. It was very tropical and very beachy, and I just loved the tropical kind of bush, the native bush in the North Island, and I think I actually prefer the North Island. A lot of people, they seem to prefer the South Island, and I've heard a lot of people saying when they come to New Zealand that they don't like going to the North Island, that they should just skip that out completely and go just to the south. And the south is gorgeous, it's beautiful, it has mountains, you know, absolutely beautiful. You know, you've got Milford Sound. I don't think that anything compares to the South Island of New Zealand, but the north is also beautiful, and it's just like a different country. I would say the north's probably my favourite, and if I was to live in New Zealand for the long term, maybe in like 5 or 6 years, I'd move back to the North Island. I just think that if you come to New Zealand, visit both the north and the south, in my opinion, because both of them are equally just as beautiful in their own way. And yeah, when I was walking through this park in Christchurch, honestly, a lot of it just reminds me of the UK. See, this here is one of the buildings that was destroyed in the earthquake, and as you can see, there's lots of support beams there now to keep it up so it doesn't fall down, and all the construction work going on. Over here too, more construction work all around the city trying to rebuild it. We actually have a H&M here, which is awesome. So this is like the high street city centre. So down that road there, you've got all the high street stores and stuff, and towards that direction too. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, so let's just cut on to the next day. I decided to vlog this day because we went to the Peninsular, which is just outside of Christchurch, and it's just past a little town called Akaroa. If you're in Christchurch area, definitely take a trip to Akaroa and the Banks Peninsula because they're gorgeous. We took a drive to the Greater Banks. We went up a four-wheel drive track. Four-wheel driving in New Zealand is really, really popular. It's a real big thing here because there's just loads of four-wheel drive tracks, and lots of people love their four-wheel drives here. It's a huge thing, way bigger than the UK, I think. Yeah, so we took, when I say we, I mean me and my friend Jay, we took yeah, a trip to the Banks Peninsula, and we had an awesome day. And yeah, I just thought I would show you this beautiful few clips from that day. When we were there, we went to a scenic reserve. Now, the cool thing about scenic reserves in New Zealand is that everything is completely preserved. So you're not allowed, legally, you're not allowed to take anything from scenic reserves. You can't take any of the power shells or any of the shells or any of the sea life or anything. And the cool thing about that is it's all to basically take care of the natural ecosystem so that you're not disrupting it. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a seal over there, just between those two rocks.
Cool there.
Yeah.
Tell by the rocks, it must be real violent. Someone's having a barbecue up there.
Okay, somehow my camera's gotten really low to the ground. I'm just going to end this vlog here. Hope you enjoyed seeing this vlog, seeing some bits of Christchurch and just getting to know where I've been calling home for the last few months.